my introverts at, y'all? I know. Some people don't even believe I'm an introvert. Sometimes it's hard for me to believe too, because I was raised as an extrovert. So whether you're an introvert or an extrovert pretending or a real extrovert, and you have one thing in common. You want to go real deep, real fast in conversation and skip all that small talk shit, then this episode is for you. It's time to flip the script to traditional networking and gather a table of 8 for an intimate mastermind dinner experience.
Welcome to the Grow Your Business for Good show. This is a place where coaches and consultants gather so you can learn how to lead a world-class business that does not tax your time, your energy, or your financial resources. We are your hosts, Shannon Hernandez
and Amy Hager of the Joyful Business Revolution. And our number one goal is to bring you clarity and insight on how to grow your business for good. All right, who is ready for dinner? What is your favorite dinner? I'm kind of curious, Shannon. What is your favorite dinner? If you had to pick one dinner, what is the favorite?
Like food?
Yeah, what's your favorite dinner to eat?
Oh my God. Y'all, this is a question an introvert really fucking hates. Let's just okay.
I can start with mine to give you a second to stew.
Okay, please.
So I love like a Thanksgiving dinner, like the turkey, the mashed potatoes or rutabaga, green beans, whatever else we can come up with, stovetop or stuffing or whatever it is. I will make that multiple times throughout the year. I love the mix on my plate. So I would say that is my favorite dinner. My favorite regular dinner, though, totally tacos, because you can make them in like a million different ways. So how about you now, Shannon?
Well, this is the fall. And I just want to say, have you ever opened a can of pumpkin and you only use part of it? And you're like, what the hell am I doing the rest with the pumpkin? This happened to me. And yesterday I said, this pumpkin is going to be the theme for the whole day. And so
So you had a day of pumpkin.
Oh my God. So first of all, I made a pumpkin miso ramen that was out of this world.
Nice.
Okay? Culinary mastery here. All right. Then I had some pumpkin left and I made gluten-free vegan pumpkin oat almond bars with chocolate chips.
Oh, are you bringing me one on Thursday?
I can. If Maria doesn't eat them all, I will go like
go steal one. Hide one for me.
Okay, good. And then this is the thing I'm most excited about. Y'all, food is a thing here. Okay, so we're going to get to the dinners in a moment. But Amy, I was literally standing in the grocery store the other day and I'm like, why does all this pumpkin spice creamer have so much shit in it? Like, I don't even know what half these things are. So I had 4 tablespoons of pumpkin left. I put it in a jar. I added maple syrup, pumpkin pie spice, oat milk, and a little creamer and shook it.
Yes.
This is what I've been drinking. My pumpkin spice lattes.
I love it. Oh, if you all listened to the first episode of this season, we talked about how travel is one of Shannon and mine's top lifestyle values. Food is also one of our top lifestyle values, and building community, which is having deeper connections and having really those thoughtful conversations. And so that's what these mastermind dinners are really all about. Again, we are building this brand to fill mine and Shannon's cup and to really show our expertise and where we shine and where we're strong at. And that is building connections and community. And so Shannon, tell us the story. How did you actually start these dinners out? How did this all become?
Well, if I had to go to one more fucking event that was held in a loud ass bar or with business card stabbing where they just walk by and throw it at you with no fucking conversation, I was going to quit business. And that's not a lie, y'all. I can sort of make humor of it now. But the first few years of growing this business, I hated networking. There were so many reasons why. 1, I was operating as an extrovert when I'm truly an introvert. 2, I was picking the wrong kind of events. Can't do
Mhm.
loud, can't do noise, can't do drunk people trying to have a conversation, can't do business card stabbing, can't do shallow. No
Yeah.
shallow here. All right. So, as we all do as innovators, I said, well, if there's nothing you like, you better build it because I'm in this thing for the long haul. All right. So I started inviting people to my house for a vegan lunch and to talk to them about content. You heard about that in the last episode.
Hmm.
Then I said, wow, wouldn't it be nice if I didn't have to make all this food every month? And so the seed was planted. And so now every month I host a dinner in New Jersey called a mastermind dinner. And it's Jeffersonian in style. Okay. And I want to just tell you about why I picked this format for our dinners. All right. A Jeffersonian style dinner is a get together over dinner where one meaningful conversation is shared and we exchange different perspectives. The dinner started back in the 1800s in the home of Thomas Jefferson. And 2 centuries later, his format has been so helpful for those of us who are seeking thought provoking dialogue to help make sense of this crazy world we all try and grow our businesses in. All right. We pick one theme for the night and we have one deep collective conversation and exploration of the theme. And the hardest part for me as a host is I have to stop the side conversations because that's
Yeah.
the rule. No sidebars.
Yeah.
And I will say, Amy, we have had such great success hosting these. You are now hosting in your neck of the woods.
Hmm.
Christy, who's also on our team, is starting them in Charlotte in January. And I cannot tell you, there were 7 people at my table last week. 3 of them said, will you teach me how to do this? It's what's been missing in my business.
Yeah.
We believe here, y'all, that we are stronger together. The dinners have evolved over time. Notice many years ago, I was teaching and serving in my house.
Hmm.
Now I have a theme. Everyone gets a question, a discussion question ahead of time. Yay, introvert friendly. We don't like surprises. Okay. We know what we're showing up to discuss. And the most recent iteration, which just grew organically, really,
Yeah.
was I realized I have so many authors in my community. I could be lifting up their work, their themes, their book, and their thought leadership. And I now have, no joke, 10 months of books stacked that authors from around the globe have mailed me to host their book at a dinner with the theme and the questions. What more could a community leader want? Good food, good conversation, and people getting involved all over the US.
Yeah. I like that. And I think the really unique thing is this is a way to also expand your network, whether you're at home or whether you're traveling. So I've tried to do these dinners the last few trips that I've had in Houston and Minneapolis. And well, we actually did them as lunch, not dinners. And Um, I think the interesting thing is being able to meet others when you're in their community, in their home, is kind of fun. And I really enjoy that. And so I think that being able to do different versions of these between you, myself, and Christy also just shows the depth of what we have as leaders in this brand. And, I tend to find a partner at each location and even here in DC. And that way we each invite 3 people. I feel like I always know at least 3 people in a town that I'm going to go visit. And so that way we're expanding our network and really being able to introduce friends of friends to each other. I always have felt that I'm a nucleus, I'm a connector. If I don't have the answer for you, gosh, I know someone who does. And so this has really kind of filled my strength and my cup there. And so to be able to do a little bit of a different version of this when I travel versus when we're home and we're able to host the author, we're able to really do the invites. And I'm going to have Shannon talk of the invites of the invitees and how that's really worked because she's got the most experience of it. It is amazing the people that we meet and the people who are already in our network. And I think the really cool piece of this too is people know what you do, but they really don't know what you do until you have a Jeffersonian style conversation. And so I think getting to know people on a much different and deeper level is really, really cool at these dinners. But Shannon, walk people through how do you do the invite of the invite? Because I think this is a real genius part of these dinners.
So when guests arrive at the table, there's a card. If you're watching this on YouTube, it looks like this. It's sitting on their place. It says, "What's your word?" But on the other side, it's, "How do you show love to others?" All right. Each card has a different kind of thought prompt. This is for, once again, the introverts who don't want to start with, "Hey, what do you do?" This gives us an easy, deep way into a conversation. It's a conversation starter. All right. Then we order, then we start the dinner. We introduce the theme. Everyone starts with the opening question. This goes on. We only have 3 questions per dinner, y'all. I hardly get to the 3rd question. This is how invested and hungry, unintended, people are at that table for human to human connection.
Yeah.
There are no phones out. I don't even have to say anything about phones. I just noticed this last time, Amy. No one has their phone out. No one's looking at their phone. It doesn't even have a place at the table. And I never have had to say anything about it, which I think speaks volumes about what we're doing here, right? So we have the dinner, we have the discussion. At the end of the dinner, I give everyone a piece of paper that I collect. And the paper has several questions on it. 1, would you like to be invited back to a dinner? Haven't had a no yet, thank God. 2, how would you improve this dinner experience if you were running it? I get some interesting things there. One of the ones last week said, "More time with you." And I'm like, okay, I can't do that here, but I can do that, right? So I can follow up with that person. We host beautiful mastermind destination retreats, very similar to this, but last over 5 or 6 days. Would you be interested in an invite? Yes or no? So I can follow up with them. But I think the most genius thing I did was I needed a dinner that would regenerate itself. What does that mean? I only know so many people locally, but those people all know people. So one of the questions on the form is, who would you like to nominate to sit at a table of 8 at our mastermind dinner? I am telling y'all, this was scary for the introvert. One thing was scary. I got over it. I showed up to a dinner in September where I knew not one person at the table.
Of a dinner that you were hosting.
Absolutely. I didn't know
I just want to make sure
there.
that bridge is gapped. That gap is bridged. Yeah. You knew no one at the table and you were the host of said dinner.
Absolutely. And y'all, it was like this moment of like, if we could all just do business like this, where we're sharing each other's gifts, we're sharing what we're excited about, we're involved in deep conversation, so-and-so is inviting, and then they sat together and they connected with each other. And I mean, we're having another dinner this week in DC, so I'm 2 dinners past that one, and I'm still getting emails from people in September of, so-and-so connected me to so-and-so, and now I have a call with so-and-so, and thank you for this dinner. It was exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
So how is your business or your marketing or your networking, we can put a lot of words in there, regenerative? How is it regenerating for you? Does this take work? Hell yeah, it does. You should see the playbook. Is it worth it? Probably one of the most meaningful things I've ever done in my life as a business owner.
Yeah.
And Amy, one of the things that you helped me with in a lot of ways is this mindset that it's not about quantity, but quality. So do you want to talk for a moment about small but mighty in terms of this particular experience for people?
Yeah, I think when we talk about messaging and marketing, we always say better is better, more is not better. And so we've applied that to this concept as well. And so even though Shannon, I'm going to use air quotes here, only met 7 new people last month at September's dinner, those new people are making introductions for us to speak on stages. Those new people are making introductions of potential clients. Those new people have made introductions of collaborators. Those new people sometimes turn into some of your business besties of life, but you never know until you meet them. And there is a woman that I follow on Facebook, Lisa David Olson, I think is her name. She's a comedian. She says, we are only strangers once. And that is totally true when it comes to these dinners. And so by building those deeper relationships and not casting a wide net into an ocean and hoping you catch all of the right fish, but instead casting that net more into a pond of people that you've already built that love, like, and trust factor, that you support, that they support you. Those are the relationships that come out of when you build small but mighty.
Yeah. And y'all, I think it's really important for you to know. Let me just go through who was at the table last. A New Jersey realtor,
Mm-hmm.
a wealth manager, um, a leadership coach, someone that talks and helps people through imposter syndrome in the STEM field. Um, those are off the top of my mind. Somebody who's an accountant, a full-time job accountant, and growing a personal coaching business for accountants on the side. The
Mm-hmm.
point here is I had to let go of the control of who would be at the table and trust that amazing people know amazing people. So people inviting people, they know what the vibe's like. They've got it. They're not going to send like a shitty person to my table, hopefully.
Right.
All right. Um, that's one. But two, all of these people know other people. It's the expansion at its best and its most human organic form is to sit at a table, share a meal, have a deep discussion. And I think I will close it out with this. People will always remember how you make them feel.
That is so key. That is so absolutely key. And so when you think about the last interaction that you did have with someone new or someone who introduced you to someone else, and you had that reflection, how do you think I made them feel after our interaction? That's that's some good deep work to kind of do as you think about building your business. And again, it's not a numbers game. Small but mighty. Better is always better instead of more. And really thinking through also, well, how does this fill your cup? Do you have a lifestyle value of food? Do you have the lifestyle value of building community and deeper connections? And if you're not even for sure what your lifestyle values are, then we've got to go back and do that work. And that is a whole nother episode within itself. So, Shannon, what do we have coming up next in the season?
Yeah. So we've shared the mastermind dinner with you here and kind of how we do those. We are bringing on a guest so that you can meet a mastermind dinner guest. You'll hear directly from this guest and why they value sitting at a table of 8 so much, what their experience was like and what they took away. And a couple of things here for you to keep in mind. If you'd like us to host a dinner in your city, reach out to us at joyfulhq@joyfulbusinessrevolution.com. We travel a lot. We're doing a lot of speaking, and you never know, we might be able to come to your neck of the woods. And if you'd like to experience a mastermind dinner prior to our event in Miami, we still have tickets available for content creation on location in Miami in February. You can grab a ticket, you can grab a mastermind ticket, and you can just experience the whole shebang, y'all, in 1 week. I mean, your week might change forever.
There you go.
And that's what we have for you. We'll see you all next time. Adios.
Bye.